A terrible scene today on a Lexington road where a car and truck hit head-on, killing one person and sending another to the hospital. The latest on the deadly crash now at 4.
Mild temperatures across the area today, but I've got big changes as Arctic air heads back into the bluegrass state. I'm timing it just ahead.
Just 2 days after being at President Obama's State of the Union address, Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis is in Lexington. Now at 4, the interview you'll only see here on WKYT.
This is WKYT News at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Jennifer Palumbo. What a difference a day makes. This time yesterday, temperatures were in the low 30s. Right now, it's 57 degrees in Lexington. Here's a live look at downtown where it is a beautiful afternoon. So how long will this last? WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has a first look at the forecast. Chris, what a great day. Yeah,
it really is. You asked how long will it last. I'm timing it on the clock here. It's got through the evening hours, and then rain's going to move in tomorrow, and then the bottom's going to fall out again as we go toward the weekend. That's why we've been saying all week long to circle today on your calendar to get outside and enjoy it. And boy, oh boy, what an absolutely fantastic day. Those 50s showing up, humidity way down there as well. Winds are coming at us from the southwest. That's a warm wind that is blowing throughout the bluegrass state, and those winds are gusting greater than 20 to 25 miles per hour at times. Most areas hitting the 50s this afternoon. We hit that 50-degree mark, and we just kept on going. 26 degrees warmer than at this same point yesterday in Lexington. Covington, 33 degrees warmer right now than 24 hours ago. If you're out this evening, we'll stay in the 40s right on through 11 o'clock with a few clouds that will be on the increase from the south. Here's the current setup. Mild and windy conditions, but the cold front that is across the Plain States and the Rockies has its eyes set on the bluegrass state. And coming up in a few minutes, we will time that front in and out of town with the hour-by-hour forecast. But Jennifer, it's what's coming in behind that that'll raise some eyebrows as we go into Sunday and Monday. We'll talk Arctic air, or at least I will try to talk Arctic air in just a few minutes.
We'll see you then, Chris. A deadly crash closed a Lexington road for more than 5 hours today. Police say a truck and car hit head-on about 7:30 this morning on Lane Allen Road near Harrodsburg Road. One of the drivers died. The name has not yet been released. The other driver went to the hospital. Mark Barber has the latest in our top story at 4.
The busy stretch of Lane Allen Road was closed for more than 5 hours as crash reconstruction crews investigated the crash that killed one person and sent a second driver to the hospital. Officers are still trying to piece everything together, but we are getting a clear picture of what happened from the man who was driving right behind the two vehicles that crashed. He says a truck was heading west on Lane Allen Road when it crossed the center line and ran head-on into a car coming the other direction. The driver in that third vehicle swerved around the wreck and crashed by a nearby business. That driver and his young daughter were not injured, but both of the other drivers were hurt. One of them died later at UK Hospital. Those who live nearby say something good can come from this tragedy if drivers start to slow down on this very busy stretch of road.
I've seen several, 2 or 3 really bad crashes like this here. I've lived over here about 10 years, and the speed limit is 35, but people fly through here.
As far as what caused the crash, police say they are still trying to figure out why one of those drivers crossed the center line. They don't think anything criminal caused the crash, so they say at this time no charges will be filed. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
We don't know how seriously that other driver is hurt. Another person has died from an overnight crash on New Circle Road. We'll have that update on WKYT News at 4:30. In our other top stories at 4, a little boy is being credited with saving his family from a house fire this afternoon on Glass Avenue. Lexington firefighters say the boy and his grandparents were sleeping when the boy woke up and told his grandfather he smelled smoke. The family made it out, but the grandmother did go to the hospital. Firefighters tell us there were no working smoke detectors in the home. Until now, Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis has avoided speaking to local media, but today she did an exclusive interview with WKYT's Bill Bryant. Appearing for a taping of Kentucky Newsmakers this morning, Davis talked about becoming a national figure in the debate over same-sex marriage. She spent 5 days in jail last summer after refusing to issue marriage licenses following the Supreme Court's ruling legalizing gay marriage. She says she has no regrets about what she did.
And no offense, the media has made it into an issue that really it wasn't for me. Now it may have been for them, but it was never that issue, you know, of a gay or a lesbian issue for me. It was always about standing up for the Word of God.
We'll have more from Davis's interview on WKYT News at 5 and 6. You can see the full interview on Kentucky Newsmakers this Sunday morning at 6 on WKYT, then again at 10 on the CW Lexington. We're working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Sam Dick is in the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Sam.
Good afternoon, Jennifer. Hundreds of people gathered in Frankfort to fight for Kentucky's children. Advocates in the Capitol Rotunda urged lawmakers to make children a priority during this year's legislative session. One concern they want addressed involves schools not being required to check if employees or applicants are on the state child abuse registry.
I want to make sure that all 5 of my grandkids are in schools where every coach, every teacher, every teaching assistant has been checked. We hear from the governor, from the Senate, and from the House, like, what are you saying? We're going to do something about that.
And there's a second issue advocates for children want to push. We'll tell you about that and what it is coming up on WKYT News at 4:30. Lawmakers filed a bill this afternoon inspired by a 13-year-old Kentucky boy. If it becomes law, TJ's bill would require children under 12 to wear a helmet while riding a bike on a public roadway or a public bike path. TJ Floyd suffered a traumatic brain injury after falling off his bike while riding without a helmet. His family is helping push for the new law.
Hopefully our way to help another family with a child not have to go through what we've gone through, and as they get older make the hard decisions from a decision that you wish you had made.
And we'll show you the potential fines parents face if the bill becomes law coming up on WKYT News at 5. A Central Kentucky man has formed a task force in honor of a fallen police officer. The Ellis Coalition Richmond-Madison County Task Force will push for tougher laws against crime in the wake of Richmond police officer Daniel Ellis's death. Raleigh Sizemore is accused of shooting and killing Officer Ellis as he investigated a robbery attempt back in November. We'll show you which issues the task force wants to take on WKYT News at 6. That's a look at some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thanks, Sam. Now to stories making headlines across the nation at 4. 3 people will split last night's massive $1.6 billion Powerball jackpot. Winning tickets were sold in Tennessee, Florida, and California. Here in Kentucky, 3 tickets worth $1 million were sold in Hazard, Walton, and Paducah. 5 tickets worth $50,000 were sold in Mount Sterling, Harrodsburg, Benton, Florence, and Hazard. You'll hear from a $1 million winner on WKYT News at 5:30. President Obama wrapped up his second post-State of the Union rally earlier today. The commander-in-chief spoke to supporters in Louisiana and once again slammed the divisive rhetoric plaguing Washington. This comes as the GOP candidates for president prepare to take the debate stage once again. Diane Gallagher has more.
The campaigner-in-chief is back, taking his State of the Union message on the road.
We've been through big changes before, and America always comes out stronger and better.
President Barack Obama greeted by a friendly crowd in Baton Rouge.
We love you. Love you back. Thank you.
Talked about the economy, criminal justice reform, and finding a cure for cancer, all part of an effort by his administration to fend off the notion of a lame duck status.
I've got a whole bunch of stuff to do between now and next year.
When asked about his biggest regret from his time in office, the president reiterated his thoughts from Tuesday's speech.
Politics has become more rancorous during my presidency and more polarized than it was when I came in.
The president, though, not the only one talking about divisive rhetoric. GOP leadership says that it's trying to avoid the noise surrounding the campaign trail.
In a presidential campaign, the rhetoric gets kind of hot. I mean, it's just inevitable, you know, we can't control what presidential candidates are going to say or going to do. The only thing we can do is control what we do here.
But all eyes will be on the candidates tonight as the Republican presidential hopefuls face off for the first debate of 2016. With a much smaller stage, only 7 candidates this time in South Carolina, and a month full of political attacks to hash out in front of the nation. In Washington, Diane Gallagher reporting.
The debate airs at 9 tonight on the Fox Business Network. Chipotle hopes to get the all clear from the CDC soon. An update on the E. coli crisis next on WKYT News at 4. And a popular lip balm might be bad for you. What one customer claims in a lawsuit in WKYT Money Watch.
I'm Alex Trebek. If you're age 50 to 85, I have an important message about security. Write down the number on your screen so you can call when I finish. The lock I want to talk to you about isn't the one on your door. This is a lock for your life insurance, a rate lock that guarantees your rate can never go up at any time for any reason. But be careful. Many policies you see do not have one. But you can get a lifetime rate lock through the Colonial Penn program. Call this number to learn more. This plan was designed with a rate lock for people on a fixed income who want affordable life insurance that's simple to get. Coverage options for just $9.95 a month, less than 35 cents a day. Act now, and your rate will be locked in for life. It will never increase. Guaranteed. This is lifelong coverage that can never be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Guaranteed. And your acceptance is guaranteed, with no health questions. You cannot be turned down because of your health. Call for your information kit and read about this rate lock for yourself. You'll also get a free gift with great information. Both are free, with no obligation. Don't miss out. Call for information, then decide. Read about the 30-day 100% money-back guarantee. Don't wait. Call this number now.
Call 1-800-440-4200 for your free information and a free gift. There's no obligation. That's 1-800-440-4200. Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. That number again is 1-800-440-4200. 1-800-440-4200. Call now.
Everyone wants to be energy smart, but sometimes we need a little reminder. With Simple Saver, you save energy and the environment, and you earn energy bill credits. So take the hint. Just call or sign up online, and we'll do all the work. Simple Saver, because being energy smart pays. A message from Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
At Baptist Health, we want you to know the facts. Visit BaptistHealthTalks.com to view a video of cardiologist Michael Rukavina on a new leadless pacemaker technology. Baptist Health Lexington. Be a healthier you.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match is back and better than ever. Unless you don't get the new loaded curly fries, in which case, it's back and the same as ever. Arby's, we have the meat.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Wall Street bounces back from losses earlier this week. Energy stocks soared today. The Dow up 228 points to 16,379. The Nasdaq was up 89. Chipotle says it's confident its E. coli crisis is coming to an end. The CEO says the restaurant chain is hopeful the CDC will soon declare the E. coli outbreak officially over. The outbreak started in October and infected dozens of people in 9 different states. Chipotle says it's taking additional measures to make sure its food is safe, including having more ingredients go through centralized kitchens. The company also plans to launch a new marketing campaign next month aimed at luring back customers. The popular EOS lip balm is now at the center of a class action lawsuit. The suit, filed by a California woman, claims the egg-shaped lip balm left her with rashes, bleeding, and blistering. Lawyers say EOS's claim that it uses only the best and natural ingredients is false. The company released a statement on Facebook saying EOS products are safe to use and meet or exceed all safety standards. The best and worst airline ratings for 2016 are out. Alaska Airlines is number 1. Virginia American comes in at number 2. Delta is the most improved, in at number 3. American finished at the bottom at number 9. The ratings are based on criteria including on-time arrival and baggage handling. According to an analysis by creditcards.com, Montana residents are the best at managing their money, and people living in Maryland are the worst. The study compared each state's average credit score with its median income.
I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at the Lexington Opera House today, where rehearsals are underway for Concert with the Stars. We'll have more when we return here on WKYT.
How about we take everything outside today, not just under the stars, but the beautiful weather that continues across the region does not have a very long lifespan. Coming up next, we'll talk about another blast of winter on the way for the weekend. 7-day forecast in a moment.
A high school principal is transferred in the middle of a school year with no explanation. WKYT's Miranda Combs searched through hundreds of emails and other documents to find out why. The principal transfer, tonight at 6 on WKYT. Get weather plus traffic with a WKYT weather app. Have the Defender radar network in the palm of your hand while checking your driving conditions for your commute on the same screen. Weather plus traffic on the WKYT weather app.
I was scared to go back to the dentist because I hadn't been in for a while. But they cut me some slack when they saw all this plaque, and they didn't make fun of my smile. I don't have insurance, but they didn't mind, which I thought was a setup for robbing me blind. But I financed my teeth, this toothpaste was free, and the numbing stuff really worked wonders on me.
No insurance? With a free new patient exam and x-rays, plus extended financing available, dentistry's never been easier. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
Important message for women and men ages 50 to 85. Please write down this toll-free number now. Right now in areas like yours, people are receiving this free information kit for guaranteed acceptance life insurance with a rate lock through the Colonial Penn program. If you are on a fixed income or concerned about rising prices, learn about affordable whole life insurance with a lifetime rate lock that guarantees your rate can never increase for any reason. If you did not receive your information or if you misplaced it, call this number now and we'll rush it to you. Your acceptance is guaranteed with no health questions. Please stand by to learn more.
I'm Alex Trebek, and the announcement you just heard is for a popular and affordable life insurance plan with a rate lock guarantee. That means your rate is locked in for life and can never increase. Did you get your free information kit in the mail? If not, please call this toll-free number now. In the last month alone, thousands have called about this plan with the rate lock guarantee through the Colonial Penn program. And here's why. This plan is affordable, with coverage options for just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate is locked in and can never go up. And your acceptance is guaranteed. You cannot be turned down because of your health. See how much coverage you can get for just $9.95 a month. Call now for your free information kit. Don't wait. Call today.
Call 1-800-909-4488 for your free information and free gift. There's no obligation. That's 1-800-909-4488. Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. That number again is 1-800-909-4488. Call now.
Have something that needs investigating? Email us or call the WKYT Investigates tip line. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
It doesn't get a whole lot better than this, does it? I mean, yesterday morning, single digits. Today, some areas, southern Kentucky, are close to 60 degrees, and now we're going to go back in the tank. So this is just a little chance for us to get outside, thaw out a little bit, and then after tomorrow, it's back into the deep freeze we go. Look outside. Take you into eastern Kentucky. Mountains showing up, boy, as far as you could see there. Clear sailing across the entire area. This is a shot from the National Weather Service down in Jackson. Clear skies. Cooler in the north, 54. Not that much cooler, though, than what we're seeing across the rest of the area. Most of us with temperatures into the 50s as of now. 24-hour planner. Chance for a shower at any point tomorrow. This looks ominous. It's not going to rain every time tomorrow. And the temperature swing tomorrow goes from east to west. So the west will be cooler. The east and southeast will be a little warmer. Most of us should be right at 50 at some point into the afternoon. Then we begin to see those numbers falling back. Showers tomorrow. Arctic blast is on the way for the last part of the weekend. again, and the bitterly cold temperatures then follow suit into early next week. Defender radar network, forget about it. Nothing across Kentucky. Cold front that's going to be in here tomorrow is still well off to our west. Area of low pressure in the Gulf of Mexico. You know what? If you want a big winter storm around here, you want to get those two together. That is not happening this go around. Those are going to stay separate. Still, we have Arctic air that will come in behind this second front. You can pick up on this second front with the hour-by-hour forecast. Not so much in the short term. That shows up tomorrow evening. Out ahead of it, here comes a slug of some moisture as we go into the first half of tomorrow. So, through tomorrow afternoon, eastern Kentucky, you're going to be warmer and with less rain than everybody else in the central and western parts of the area. Then look what happens tomorrow evening by 10 o'clock. Those numbers are dropping quickly. West of 75 into the 30s, still upper 40s across parts of eastern Kentucky. Now we kind of level out the playing field into Saturday morning. Look at all the clouds around. Low-level moisture, flurries, snow showers will fill the air on and off throughout the day. Not a big deal, but just a reminder that, yep, it's still January. Now we go into the day on Sunday. We gear up for that Arctic front. Low 20s to start. We may briefly spike it toward 30 ahead of that Arctic boundary that on some of the latter computer models that we're looking at isn't showing up until overnight Sunday. And what that would do would bring a little swath of snow in here. This is 2 o'clock Monday morning. It's as far out as this particular model goes. Swath of snow. Look behind that. 8 degrees Covington, and those numbers drop quickly as we go into early Monday morning, with some of us waking up to readings that can be as low as 0. 0 to 5 above again on Tuesday. Some flakes around. I know this, again, looks like a big deal right now. It is not a big deal. Just a few flakes on Saturday. More in the way of some snow showers with that Arctic boundary late in the day on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Bitterly cold temperatures across the entire area. Right now, let's check on traffic. Let's see how things are looking with Officer Don.
Well, first, we'll start off with an overall view of traffic flow this afternoon, mostly in the green. Of course, have slow spots where we'd expect approaching Harrodsburg Road and Nicholasville in the circle. There's a collision at Tates Creek and Man o' War. Now, that is blocking a lane there. That's Tates Creek just before Man o' War. They're working a non-injury. As far as drive times go, that crash right there is really not affecting us much. Outbound to Nicholasville Road, it's not normal traffic flow. Same deal on into Georgetown and Winchester on 64. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Officer Don. The Lexington Opera House is rolling out the red carpet this weekend for the Concert with the Stars.
Deanne Stevens out and about today with a little preview for us. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are here at the Lexington Opera House preparing for Concert with the Stars. The red carpet's going to be rolled out and some incredible entertainment is going to be here. Lindy Franklin Smith is with us from the Lexington Theater Company. And Lindy, this is the second year for Concert with the Stars. Tell us what it is.
It is. This is our second season. We kicked it off last year with our first Concert with the Stars, and with 42nd Street, we're back again. We have 4 fabulous stars coming from Broadway. We have Jenny Barber, who you may know from Wicked. We have Erin Dilly, a Tony nominee from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Her husband, Stephen Arbuntrock, who's done about 8 Broadway shows. And Kyle Dean Massey, who TV audiences may know from Nashville, but he's a Broadway guy as well. So they're coming on down, and they're going to be paired with our local talent and some fabulous up-and-coming college students from near and far.
Speaking of local talent, we have this young lady here, Virginia Newsom. Tell us about her. She's going to be featured.
She is. Virginia is among our 6 featured collegiate ensembles. She's a Lexington native. She graduated from SCAPA, and now she is off pursuing her Broadway dreams. She's at Oklahoma City University, and she is home. We brought her home this weekend to perform with these Broadway stars for Concert with the Stars.
And she is performing for you right now.
Write what you know, so they say. All I know is I don't know what to write or the right way to write it. This is big, lady, don't screw it up. This is not some little vaudeville I'm reviewing. A poor little kids versus rich, greedy, sour pussies. Huh? It's a sin it could practically write itself, and let's pray it does. Cause as I may have mentioned, I have no clue what I'm doing. Am I insane? This is what I've been waiting for. Well, that plus the screaming of 10 angry editors. A girl, it's a girl? How the hell? Is that illegal? Look, just go and get her. Not
Concert with the Stars happening Saturday night, 8 o'clock here at the Lexington Opera House. Tickets still available. You can just show up or check out more info online. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
A lot of talent, local and national.
You got me doing a little high step over here to that song, huh? Good stuff.
Well, researchers say warning labels could cut down on the number of sugary drinks children consume. And if you need a little help with your New Year's resolution to get fit, we'll show you how your smartphone may be able to help in better living. Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is $22 million, and Saturday's Powerball jackpot down to $40 million.
If you've asked any company to stop calling your cell phone and they don't, you may be entitled to $1,500 for every one of those calls, even if you owe them money. Banks and other debt collectors must respect your privacy, and you have the right not to be bombarded with robocalls. If you've received an unwanted call in the last 4 years, you need to call us and see if you're entitled to $1,500 per call by law. Let's fight back. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Suff's Furniture and Oriental Rugs is having a fantastic holiday sale. Come in and shop and save on great furniture. Save up to $500 on selected Lazy Boy recliners, now only $392. Save $1,000 off Sealy queen sets, now only $799. Save an additional 25% off all Tempur-Pedic floor models. This sale is so big, even Vito is helping to get ready for this fantastic holiday sale at Suff's Furniture and Oriental Rugs.
After you're injured at work, a lot of times the insurance company will attempt to call you, take statements. Don't speak to them until you speak with an experienced workers' compensation attorney.
The insurance company will attempt to settle your case for pennies on the dollar. Before you talk to the insurance company, call us first.
Our job is to make sure you get all the money you deserve.
Call Morgan, Collins, and Yeast. 1-800-55-WILDCAT.
Our cancer patients are really special people. They're determined, they're tough, and they're such wonderful people to care for. It's really great to offer patients the standard of care, but then we have trials so that we can also give them the cutting edge, where we explain to the patient this is the standard, but this might be even better. Because of the excellent work we do, we've received an outstanding award from the Commission on Cancer. I'm Dr. Hain, and we treat every one of our patients like family at Baptist Health.
Everyone is singing praises about essential oils and trying to make their home free of toxic chemicals. Get the facts yourself and learn how Young Living essential oils can help support your family's health and well-being. Visit justonedrop.com for more information and local classes.
The average person takes 5,000 to 8,000 steps per day, working, exercising, going about the day. High-tech artificial limbs keeps you moving comfortably. You can choose who helps you walk in the right direction.
It's time for better living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. A new study shows health warnings on sugary drinks, similar to those on tobacco products, may influence whether parents buy the drinks for their children. University of Pennsylvania researchers found when labels warn of obesity, diabetes, and tooth decay, parents are much less likely to purchase the drinks. It's still not too late to tackle those New Year's resolutions. One tool you can use for help is your smartphone. Mary Maloney shows us how to jumpstart your 2016 fitness goals.
If you need some extra pep in your step, check out the app Spring. It syncs music to your jogging pace, like having a personal DJ, and it tracks your pace. Think of it as Pandora meets Fitbit. Another app, Charity Miles, helps you take care of the world while you take care of yourself. Choose a cause from the vast list, and the app will donate as you work out. On a bike, your charity gets 10 cents for every mile you ride. If you run, you donate a little more, 25 cents a mile. Tired of feeling clueless at the grocery store? ShopWell scans nutrition labels and rates food before you put it in your cart. Stuff that's bad for you will get a low score. Best of all these apps are free, so you can slim down while your wallet stays fat. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
For more health, education, and consumer news, go to WKYT.com and click on Better Living. Now let's head over to Chris, and I saw a lot of people working out outside today. It's beautiful.
Yeah, today's the day to do it, and this is the day we've kind of been pointing to all week long as your one real chance to get outside and enjoy some nice weather. Shake off some of the ice from earlier this week because we're going back into the deep freeze in the coming days. Right now it's into the 50s. That Florence cam yesterday at this time had snow everywhere. Well, snow's not going to last long with with 50-plus degree temperatures. That's what we're seeing. The rest of the area, 57, Popular, Frankfort, Mountain Parkway, and Lexington with a partly sunny sky. Only drawback to today, if we are to find something to complain about.
No.
And we're going to complain about something. We got to, right? It's the weather. Winds were a little gusty. 24
hours from now, though, those cameras may look different again.
They're going to be wet and temperatures are going to be colder, and then 24 hours from now, temperatures will be colder, and then 24 hours after that. You get the idea.
Yeah.
We're going down this weekend.
We're glad you're with us here on WKYT. Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott are next with WKYT News at 4:30.